the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Armed Forces of the Philippines commissions 2 new Navy vessels in Zambales. No China military base in Panatag according to Philippine Navy. More than 2 million registered for 2026 BSKE. Senate starts hearing measures strengthening Philippines defense institutions. Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Today is Wednesday, February 25, and this is your AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Susan Abay, this is Jai Simbahon here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines commissioned the Philippine Navy's new offshore patrol vessel BRP Raha Sulaiman and the fast-track interdiction craft BRP Audrey Banyares at the Naval Operating Base in Subic, Zambales. The ceremony was led by AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo S. Browner Jr., marking another milestone in the military's ongoing modernization program to secure its vast archipelagic waters, coastlines, and economic zones. BRP Raha Sulaiman was named after the pre-Hispanic ruler who led Tagalog forces during the 1570 Battle of Manila, while BRP Audrey Banyares honors Jose Audrey Banyares, a Navy commando who was killed off Zamboanga City in September 2013 following a sea battle with Moro National Liberation Front extremists. Meanwhile, in his keynote address, General Browner underscored that the AFP's modernization efforts are anchored on responsibility and peace.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Armed Forces of the Philippines clarified that it has not detected a Chinese military base or missile deployment inside Panatag Shoal. AFP spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, stated that military surveillance indicates solely the ongoing presence of Chinese vessels in the vicinity of the shoal. According to Rear Admiral Trinidad, the Navy have not monitored any construction on Scarborough Shoal except for the presence of the PLA Navy, the Chinese Coast Guard, and the Maritime Militia. Meanwhile, the Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea also clarified that any missiles referenced in public reports would be aboard Chinese ships, not inside the shoal itself.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear some information from Joanne about Armed Forces of the Philippines. U.S. Special Tactics Team hold highway landing ops in Pangasinan. Joanne?
The Armed Forces of the Philippines and the United States Special Tactics Team carried out an alternate landing activity, a first in the country on a bypass road on Tuesday at Lawak, Pangasinan. The joint training marks the first time a U.S. C-146 aircraft conducts an actual landing on a Philippine highway, making the Philippines the second country in Asia to host such an operation alongside U.S. forces. The exercise aims to train and prepare AFP personnel in performing aircraft landings on highways and road networks nationwide to support future humanitarian assistance and disaster response missions, emergency response scenarios, and national defense requirements. Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto Cichudoro Jr. emphasized that through the execution of the alternate landing zone, the capabilities of our joint forces are tested along with the culmination training of our Philippine Air Force combat controllers, further enhancing their skills, upgrades, and interoperability. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Armed Forces of the Philippines stated that the upcoming 41st iteration of the Philippines-United States Balikatan exercises will train Filipino troops in a multi-domain environment using modern weapon systems. Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, said that the AFP welcomes the yearly military exercises, which will also highlight the legal utilization of the seas in light of escalating tensions in the West Philippine Sea. Rear Admiral Trinidad emphasized the importance of supporting freedom of navigation and overflight, unobstructed lawful trade, and other legitimate uses of the sea for all countries. Trinidad referred to the addition of modern U.S. weaponry as a great stopgap, while the Philippines look forward to the complete execution of its modernization initiative.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 1101st Infantry Brigade actively participated in the follow-up community consultation and psychosocial support activities for the former violent extremists under the Preventing Against Violent Extremism 2.0 program. The initiative aims to support the reintegration of FVEs into society while promoting lasting peace in their communities. The 4-day activity was conducted across the battalion headquarters of 18th Infantry Battalion, 32nd IB, 45th IB, and 6th Special Forces Battalion in Basilan, engaging over 400 FVEs. Meanwhile, participants were provided with psychosocial support, cash assistance, sacks of rice, and boxes of goods as Ramadan packages.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
From 1st CRG, more updates from Meljoy about 17th Infantry Battalion deepens community collaboration in far-flung areas in Quirino Province. Meljoy?
Yes, good afternoon. The 17th Infantry Do or Die Battalion, through its modified Community Sustainment Support Team of Alpha Company, successfully organized a meaningful pulong-pulong with the Agda community led by indigenous peoples leader Mr. Rohel S. Maymayin of Sitio Dayalanes, Barangay Villagracia, Madela, Quirino Province. The informational leaflets were distributed to ensure that residents understood the Anti-Terrorism Act and their role in preserving peace and order. The purpose of the leaflets was to increase awareness of the law's provision and the importance of protecting communities from terrorist threats. The Pulong-Pulong focus on government's enhanced comprehensive local integration program, the advantages and support offered to Militiang Bayan members and former rebels who decide to rejoin the society. The battalion exhibits a people-centered approach to service by maintaining community support initiatives such as information campaigns, livelihood assistance coordination, and partnership building exercises. By fostering mutual trust and shared accountability, these cooperative efforts help Quirino Province's remote villages experience lasting peace, inclusive growth, and increased resilience. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 601st Infantry Brigade joined the groundbreaking ceremony of Pamana projects for the Phase 2 of road concreting project and the construction of warehouse with solar dryer at Barangay Tuwayan and Barangay Talibadok, Dato Hofer, Maguindanao del Sur. The said project was supported by the 601st Brigade and the 90th Infantry Bikislahi Battalion, who helped provide security and smooth program flow as part of the Camp Transformation Program at the former MILF camp in Camp Omar under the government's Pamana project. In his message, 601st Brigade Commander Brigadier General Edgar L. Cato urged every sector and agencies to work hand in hand to give peace a chance, not only in the province and the region, but the entire central Mindanao. Meanwhile, JTF Central and 6th Infantry Division Commander Major General Vladimir R. Cagara assured the public of the division's support and continued security to ensure the smooth implementation of the peace and development projects in the region of Barm.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
the 2026 national budget earmarked $4 billion to build more classrooms, upgrade more facilities, and provide more opportunities for deserving students in 114 state universities and colleges nationwide. Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said the allocation would enable SUCs to expand their enrollment capacity. He noted that limited capacity has forced SUCs to turn away qualified students despite meeting admission requirements. Analysis by the Gatchalian's office showed that due to capacity issues, 168,493 students were denied admission despite being qualified for enrollment.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Leonor about CG PAF inspects key projects and formalizes aircraft turnover. Leonor?
The Alpha Company 89.
The Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura, visited Clark Air Base in Mabalacat City, Pampanga. During the visit, Lieutenant General Cordura, together with Air Logistic Command Chief Major General Dennis Estruella, conducted an ocular inspection of the ongoing infrastructure project known as Blue Bianco. The Blue Bianco project is a transient quarters facility designed to enhance accommodation support for Air Force personnel and strengthen the operational capability of the 420th Supply Wing. Meanwhile, the Air Force Chief also led the blessing and turnover ceremony of the SF-260M aircraft following the successful completion of its scheduled inspection and maintenance by the 410th Maintenance Wing. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1FP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD. National News.
And the Department of Agriculture has ordered Food Terminals Incorporated to start buying onions from local producers this week. This is in a bid to prevent farm gate price collapse as the harvest season goes toward its peak. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chulora Jr. said a team from FTI has already been dispatched to Nueva Ecija, the country's onion capital, to secure cold storage facility. The agriculture chief added that it's also looking at other onion-producing provinces such as Occidental Mindoro, Pangasinan, and Cagayan Valley to support farm gate prices and keep traders honest.
DWDD. National News.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said establishment of a modern National Irrigation Administration Command Center is vital in collecting accurate data on crops, irrigation projects, and weather. During his visit to the NIA headquarters in Quezon City, Marcos inspected the NIA Command Center, which was established as part of the agency's modernization and digital transformation initiatives. The Command Center was built to address the growing need for faster access to information, stronger inter-office coordination, and proactive disaster preparation. The NIA Command Center was constructed in parallel with the modernization of the dam monitoring system, resulting in the development of systematized telemetry over remote monitoring, a centralized database management system.
DWDD. National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now we have some information from Jess about two-day deradicalization program supports 40 former rebels in Masbate. Jess?
Yes, good afternoon. The 2nd Infantry Battalion, in partnership with the 903rd Infantry Brigade Philippine Army, conducted a two-day former rebel deradicalization program on February 20 to 21, 2026 at its headquarters in Barangay Pinisihan, Uson, Masbate. The activity gathered 40 former rebels from various municipalities, providing them with guidance and support for reintegration into society. The program was formally opened by Colonel Angelo Z. Lutera and Lieutenant Colonel Lazaro D. Kigao Jr., alongside representatives from partner agencies. Participants were oriented on key government services and reintegration assistance, including full health membership, PSA services, dollar livelihood opportunities, the local amnesty program, and the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program, or ECLIP. Free medicines and vitamins were also distributed to support their health and well-being. Food packs were provided through support of the provincial government of Masbate, offering immediate assistance to the beneficiaries and their families. The 2nd Infantry Battalion reaffirmed its commitment to support former rebels as they pursue peaceful, productive, and law-abiding lives. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess.
DWDD. National
And
News.
more than 63 billion has been allocated for programs aimed at developing the country's irrigation system and advancing agricultural productivity. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. cited the many challenges faced by the agriculture sector, including climate change, rising production costs, and national disasters. Marcos acknowledged that inefficient and damaged irrigation systems could delay the planting schedule and cause instability in farmers' income. The chief executive then said the fund earmarked for nationwide irrigation programs would be used to rehabilitate old facilities, repair damaged canals and irrigation systems, and expand irrigation coverage areas.
DWDD National News.
And farmers in Mindanao had personally raised their concern to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. over the delayed delivery of farm input in their region. Marcos has engaged in a forum with farmers in irrigators around the country, where a farmer from Mindanao complained that many farmers are not receiving farm inputs from the Department of Agriculture on time. In response, PBBM said he has already instructed the DA to deliver the inputs even before the planting season begins. The president also explained that the delays happen because the distribution is centralized. He added that this could be due to a poor coordination between the government and the farmers.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from Erica about NFRSL personal visits Apolinario Mabini Shrine as part of Hatid ng Laang Kawal program. Erica?
Yes, the personnel of Naval Forces Reserve Southern Luzon conducted a visit to the Apolinario Mabini Shrine in Tanawan City, Batangas as part of preparations for the Lakbay Aral Hatid ng Laang Kawal program. The activity was attended by Commander Donald G. Ronquillo and Lieutenant Commander Ian H. Salungsongan, along with other unit officers. The visit aimed to deepen participants with understanding of the life and legacy of Apolinario Mabini and to strengthen their commitment to patriotism and public service. The initiative highlights NFRSL's efforts to promote historical awareness and civic responsibility among its personnel. This is Erica reporting for AFP Community News, 1FE for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Erica.
DWDD National News.
And over 2 million Filipinos have registered to vote in the 2026 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. According to the latest data from the Commission on Elections, a total of 2,382,364 individuals have signed up so far, exceeding its target of 1.4 million new voters. Calabarzon recorded the highest number of registrants at 424,454. It was followed by Central Luzon with 280,637 and the National Capital Region with 253,202. Meanwhile, 3,279 applicants registered through the Special Register Anywhere program site at the COMELEC main office in Intramuros, Manila.
DWDD National News.
And the Senate began deliberations on measures aimed at strengthening and modernizing the country's defense institutions to address evolving security threats. During the public hearing of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation, Senator Lauren Legarda said reforms must ensure that the Department of National Defense and the Armed Forces of the Philippines are equipped to respond to emerging challenges. This includes cyber intrusions, disinformation operations, and gray zone tactics. Among those discussed was the proposed DND Transformation Act, which seeks to transform the DND into an agile, modern, and proactive institution that provides strategic direction and support to its attached agencies, including the AFP.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more from Jimboy about 89th Infantry Battalion intensifies youth awareness campaign in Valencia City. Jimboy?
The Alpha Company 89 Infantry Battalion conducted a massive awareness campaign at the Philippine College Foundation in Barangay Poblacion, Valencia City. The activity gathered approximately 500 National Service Training Program or NSTP students at the PCF Gymnasium. This initiative is part of the battalion youth sector engagement aimed to strengthen civic awareness and promoting shared responsibility in preserving peace and democratic values. The engagement enhanced student understanding of involving security challenges while encouraging active participation in community, safety, and nation-building effort. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
And as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations high contracting parties mark the 50th anniversary of the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, House Speaker Faustino Bojoy III said the accord continues to affirm the value of dialogue, mutual respect, and peaceful cooperation in a changing global landscape. TAC is a landmark 1976 accord that laid the foundation for peaceful relations, mutual respect, and stability in the Southeast Asian region. These said the country honors not just a milestone, but a decision made 50 years ago when ASEAN's founding fathers chose dialogue over conflict, cooperation over division, and mutual respect over mistrust. The House Speaker added the TAC gave the region a shared commitment to peace, stability, and trust.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine National Police is deploying full security support to protect local development projects. This follows President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s directive to strengthen local government support and ensure projects reach communities. All regional and provincial directors were directed to collaborate with local government units to ensure that vital infrastructure and social services reach the communities without interference from criminal elements or security threats. PNP Chief Gen. Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. emphasized that they have the obligation to protect every single centavo of the Filipino people's money that will be sent in those projects.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And we have another update from Gina about Local Amnesty Board of Butuan holds second case conference in Agusan del Norte. Gina?
Yes, Jai, the Local Amnesty Board of Butuan City convened its second case conference at the Agusan del Norte provincial capital. The session was led by LAB Chairperson and Regional Prosecutor Attorney John S. Magdaraog. He was joined by fellow LAB members, including the Governor of Agusan del Norte, Butuan City Police, Integrated Board of the Philippines, and 402nd Brigade Deputy Commander Colonel Monib T. Mamao. During the session, applicants were given the opportunity to establish their qualifications, ensuring a fair and thorough evaluation process. The board agreed to continue regular conferences to expedite the endorsement of qualified applications to the National Amnesty Commission for final review. This is Jean reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina. More updates from Verde about 4th Marine Brigade joins Run for a Cause in Lawag City. Verde?
Thank you, Jai. The 4th Marine Brigade actively participated in the Run 101, One Race, One Love, One Run for a Cause held at Dian Park, SM City here in Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. The event was organized by 101st Maneuver Company, Advisory Group for Police Transformation and Development as part of its continuing effort to strengthen police community relations and promote holistic development through physical fitness and civic engagement. Meanwhile, participating troops from 4th Marine Brigade proudly received 2 major awards, including Most Organized Group and the largest delegation among the uniformed personnel category. The activity aimed to promote solidarity, encourage a healthy lifestyle, and foster stronger collaboration among stakeholders in the community. This is Ferdy Blues reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ferdy.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, majority and minority bloc members from the House of Representatives have jointly filed a measure that seeks to declare February 25 of every year as a regular national public non-working holiday. This is in commemoration of the first EDSA People Power Revolution. Deputy Minority Leader Representative Leila de Lima led the filing of House Bill number 8028. Serving as authors aside from de Lima were Caloocan City 2nd District Representative Edgar Ariz, Zamboanga del Norte 3rd District Representative Adrian Michael Amatong, Muntinlupa City Lone District Representative Jaime Fresnedi, and Oriental Mindoro 2nd District Representative Alfonso Omalig Jr.
DWDD National News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our DWDD AFP Radio Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time, same station. Again, this is Joyce Inbound for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng